if you don't know where to begin, better ask when.
Winston, good to see you. Social Security is in trouble, which is why we have 4 tips to maximize your benefit. By 2034, it's projected that Social Security will only be able to pay 78% of scheduled benefits if no changes are made to the system, which is why we need to start preparing for that now. So 30% of people claim as soon as they're eligible, they're concerned Social Security will run out. Do you think Social Security is going to run out anytime soon?
No.
Good.
No, I mean, everybody's been saying this for 30 years, okay?
Yeah.
And that thing about 78%, if no changes are made, changes will be made.
Right. They have to keep it solvent. So let's get into those tips then. Claiming as soon as you're eligible means a lifetime of reduced benefits, which is why our first tip is to maximize when you claim Social Security. So explain why waiting is often the best financial decision.
Well, it really is, and I'll explain why. What happens is a lot of people get what we call Waffle House advice. You know, they're sitting at the counter at Waffle House having a cup of coffee, and the guy sitting next to them starts talking to him. Social Security comes up, and the guy says, you know, I'm starting mine at 62 because the federal government's broke, and I'm going to get my money when I can. Problem is, though, if you start taking your Social Security at 62, you're going to be basically locking in a lifetime of the lowest possible income that you can. And waiting oftentimes is a big benefit to full retirement age, which is 67 in a lot of people's cases, if you were born after 1962. Also, if you're married and one spouse can afford to wait until the age of 70, think about it. When does Social Security end? It ends upon the death of the last survivor. And so whoever is the last survivor will continue to get the higher of the 2 checks. And it's a longevity thing. We talked about in another video about the importance of longevity planning. Social Security planning is as much about longevity planning as any other type of planning.
Right. Changes to Social Security are almost guaranteed, which is why you need a retirement income plan that does not rely exclusively on Social Security. So tip number 2, diversify your retirement income.
Diversify your retirement income. We ask people 2 really important questions every time when it comes to income. We say, how much guaranteed lifetime income do you have? Question number 1. Question number 2, have you taken the key retirement risks off of the table? And again, what are those key retirement risks? Things like market risk, things like withdrawal order risk, things like sequence of returns risk. And again, it comes back around to longevity risk because it is a risk multiplier. So we want to make sure that we build that pension back into the 401k for people that don't have pension plans. It's a fact that people who receive pension and annuitized income will spend on the order of 2 times more each month in retirement, which equates to lifestyle quality, than people who are living just off of a market-based portfolio.
And it brings peace of mind.
Totally.
Speaking of income, tip number 3, work now to create tax-free income in retirement.
Yeah, really simply put, if you have a 401k at your company and you're putting in the money into the 401k plan, getting your matching funds, are you sending it to the Roth bucket? Because the Roth bucket is going to be tax-free later on. Also, do you have a private Roth IRA? Because when you roll over that employer Roth 401k, you need to roll it into a existing Roth account. And that 5-year clock starts at the inception of the Roth IRA, the individual one. Start it with $500 or something, okay? But the most important thing is that the clock starts. And what that means is that at the end of 5 years, any money that goes into that Roth, if it was started 5 years ago, your principal will be tax-free and all of your interest will be tax-free for you to use as income and can be left to your family completely tax-free with no implications to the Secure Act.
Right. And last, you really should be more concerned about the taxes you pay in retirement other than the fiscal health of Social Security, which is why tip number 4, have a plan for taxes.
Well, let's face it, the health of Social Security and taxes are kind of interrelated, right?
Yeah,
Because
right.
the government has the ability to tax. So therefore, that's going to be used to safeguard Social Security. But for you as the individual, if the bulk of your money, if you're ready to retire and the bulk of your money is sitting in a 401k or a 457, 403b type plan, I'm going to tell you in 9 out of 10 cases, you have a tax problem. Why? Because we all drank the Kool-Aid, about putting this money in. It's tax-free. When you're retired, you're going to be in a lower tax bracket. It's just not true. When people retire, their income needs stay about the same, if not more, okay, because of this little concept called standard of living. And people take money from these retirement accounts to meet that standard of living, and that's when the taxes are due. So work with a financial advisor. I give you one real good reason why to work with a good financial advisor. We've seen all the mistakes, and we can help you save a lot of time. And you know what they say about time? Time's money.
Yeah,
Right.
one of the most important financial decisions you will make. And Winston, as you said, I know this is something you specialize in. So if somebody would like to get a hold of you and talk this through, what's the best way to reach you?
Call us 602-456-1928. You see it down on the bottom of the screen, 602-456-1928, or log on to our website, winstonandcompanies.com, and you can schedule right on our calendar right then and there.
Great. Winston, thank you.
Thank you.
Got a plan for your retirement? 'Cause you know it's just down the road. But if you don't know where to begin, better ask when.